Hello gentle people, and welcome to another Sparrow Art Vibes video tutorial. Bethune-Cookman University, located here in Daytona Beach, is having their homecoming. So I am putting together a few pieces just to honor and celebrate that homecoming. So I have a large breadboard, or it says bamboo. That says bamboo serving board, but like a breadboard because of its length. And as you know, I always introduce my materials pretty much in the order in which I'm going to be using them. So we have our board, and then we are going to tape the back of the board with some painter's tape. We then will paint the front of the board with gesso. That's to seal it, and especially if you're using light colors, you want to make sure that you prime your board so that the wood does not show through. Bethune-Cookman colors are maroon and gold, and while we do not have a true maroon, I will be using the Master's Touch acrylic paint in crimson. I will also, just to brighten it up a little bit, add the Master's Touch in permanent red. I am going to be using Master's Touch antique gold. And to make sure we have some bling, I'm using the Deco Art Extreme Sheen, where is it, 24 karat gold. I will need a balloon to make the designs. And then once the board is dry, we're going to seal the board in resin. And everybody knows my go-to resin is the Craft Smart. And that's because of the discounts that I get when I purchase it. Part A and Craft Smart Part B. Small measuring cup, stir stick, nitrile gloves. And that's it for materials. Okay, so let's get started. First thing we want to do is get the label off of here. And then there is no front or back, so I'm only going to be doing the design along one length of the board, and so that's all we have to tape off. And this board curves a little bit, so we're going to lay that, then we're going to lift the tape, and you'll see that little pleat right there. That's okay, that's so we can continue to make this curve. You'll see another little pleat right there. And then trim. And then we're simply going to take a razor and trim this tape. And just make sure that's tight all along that edge. And so now we need to add our gesso. And I'm basically going to be making sort of a floral pattern, round flowers kind of. And so instead of painting a straight line, I'm putting a few curves in this. And this doesn't have to be perfect because again, you're going to be going over this with acrylic paint. But you do want to make sure that you are painting the sides of your board because your resin and your design will run off the sides to give it a nice finished look. So make sure you are putting gesso on your sides as well. And we'll leave that to dry for about an hour or so, and then we'll come in and we will start with our balloon painting. Off camera, I mixed up my paints and poured them into a squeeze bottle. That makes it easier for me to get the paint on the canvas. I also, because I used to do acrylic pour painting, add Flood Floetrol. Actually, I guess it's equal amounts of Flood Floetrol and water to my paint. That makes it spread a little easier. Floetrol makes it flow. So let's blow up a balloon and let's create. And I'm actually elevating the board on my yogurt cups so that when I do the sides, I can actually reach them. So here we go. This is the fun part. Okay, so we'll put a little puddle there, little gold there. Ooh, some brighter red there. And some of this gold. And then we're going to take our balloon, we're going to press down, we're going to press down. Let's do some light red there. Gold there, some maroon there, so let's try and get a little more gold. So we're going to start with gold, add our maroon, and add some of the 24 karat gold. That's our balloon. Okay, I like that kind of lacing going on right there. So let's do some more gold first. Some of the maroon. And you can pour these colors in any order that you want, and you can alternate the way you are pouring these colors. So here it's gold, maroon, and then the extreme. Okay, and so to vary the design some, instead of doing a strict puddle, I'm going to sort of do a dot there, a dot there. Let's put some of this extreme in the middle. And watch. Now that gave a completely different design. Yeah, see, these look mostly red. These are mostly the crimson, the maroon. That has a lot of gold in it. So then I'm just going to go back and kind of share that and share that. Yeah, this is kind of fun. I don't know, let me move the board. I think I'm still in the camera. If not, you'll see it when it's finished. Ooh, this corner down here is beautiful. Let's see. I want some more gold in here. So we're going to do gold, gold, gold. And we'll drop a red in there. This red is thin. And this color palette actually would work well even for Christmas, the red and golds. Okay, and so now with the paint that's on the balloon, I'm going to go around the edges. this, oops, this corner right here is really pretty. So to do the side edges, I'm actually putting paint on the balloon. And then just press it against the edges. So again, the paint is on the balloon, and then I'm just pressing. So you can see what that's looking like. just wiping paint off the handle here. Okay, and then you look at your design and decide if you like it like that or if there's something else you want to change, and you can just keep playing with this until you get exactly what you want. I think I'm going to do a little something something here. And pay particular attention to the edge. Make sure there's no white primer showing through on your edge. You can always go back and touch it up with a paintbrush, but you want to keep your design okay. So I think that's enough. I've got I have gold. I have a lot of gold now. Let's see. I want to do a little something right there. Something right there. Oops. And I think I'm satisfied. I don't think I'm going to do anything else to this, because sometimes when you keep working at something, you actually mess it up. What you have looks fine. And you see, I just made a white spot there. That's what I'm talking about just leaving well enough alone. That was fine like it was, and then I had to go mess with it. Okay, and that's that. I'm not going to do anything else. We're going to leave that just like it is. We'll let it sit here, oh, excuse me, and let it dry overnight, and then tomorrow we'll seal it with a coat of clear resin. Alrighty guys, it is the next day. My board, the acrylic paint, is dry, and so we're just going to mix about 80 milliliters of resin to do a clear coat to seal this permanently. Alright, so to put a seal coat on this, we are going to mix 80 milliliters of sealer, so that will be 40 of part A, milliliters of part A, and 40 milliliters of part B. And we mix for 5 minutes. And I'll fast forward, time lapse this fast forward so you don't really have to sit and watch me stir. Okay, so now we're simply going to pour this clear coat. And I'm going to just use this palette knife and again, do not push the resin all the way to the edge of the art, because when you heat this with the heat gun to pop the air bubbles, when it warms up the resin will expand and then it will go beyond your artwork. Boy, that's looking beautiful. Boy, that gold is pretty. Bring your resin out to the edge. And let's pop some air bubbles. Okay, and let's use our heat gun to pop the air bubbles. sure you don't have any gaps, any bare spots. Okay, and then use the tip of your palette knife to add resin to the sides. And don't worry about this dripping off. That's why you have tape on the bottom of your board to catch any drips. Reposition the board so I can get this edge off. And this didn't actually move a lot, so now I'm going to take my palette knife and I'm going to inch closer to that edge. Okay. That looks very nice. Scrape some of these drips off the sides. Okay, and one more quick pass with the heat gun. And we will just allow this to dry. Because this is a clear coat, it's not going to take more than a couple of hours. I'm just back to check on this and make sure everything looks good. And I said resin spread. You can see right here the resin has gone beyond the artwork, so we're just going to Scoop that right, pull that in. Another little place right here. A little spot. 91% 91% isopropyl alcohol is your best friend. So dampen the paper towel with the alcohol, and then you can wipe away the residue. And I think that's it. Looking good. It is the next day, and this is dry and it is gorgeous. So what we need to do now is just remove the painter's tape from the back and we will be done. So let's get rid of these cups. And let's see. So we're just going to take our heat gun, warm this tape up along the edge, and just peel it off. Voila! Really nice clean edge. So we're just going to take we're going to run our heat gun along this, get a new razor blade, and we're just going to clean these edges. Alright, there's a little bit of resin, a little bit of resin here, and a little bit of resin here. So we're just going to hit it with the heat gun, take the razor, and just scrape that off. We want to get rid of those little teeny bumps along that edge. So we're going to heat this and run the razor blade and just take that off. Okay, and the last thing we need to do to finish this off is to just oil our board. There are a variety of brands of oil that you can use to put on your boards. I happen to like this 13 Chefs, and I apply my oil with my fingers instead of with a cloth. You should oil your boards monthly just to keep them in good condition. When you have a wooden cutting board or charcuterie board, you should oil them monthly to keep them in excellent condition. Keep the wood from drying out. Okay, so we're going to let this oil soak in for about 20 minutes, and then we'll wipe off any excess, and that'll be that.